All right, everybody. Happy day, happy day. Welcome to a new adventure in a new place in the world. We're going to be looking at ancient Africa. We're going to start off with what's called the Bantu people. Then we'll move into what's called the Sudanic kingdoms of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. We'll have a good time. I know you'll enjoy. Let's get into it. Yes, have your pencil ready. Here we go. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. All right, we're looking at a few of what may be modern-day Bantu people, or these are actually Africans from this area. All right, let's get into it. Have your notes ready. All right, so it's an overview of African ancient history, it should say. So we're going to start off with what's called the, I just said it, Bantu, capitalize those, the Bantu people. So around 1000 BCE, much of Africa was covered in small, this is where they would have lived. Where they lived in big cities? No, they live in small villages. Villages of primitive peoples who shared over 300 different languages. All right, that's pretty unique. They had over 300 different languages. Because the languages they shared are known as Bantu, these people are referred to as the Bantu peoples. The many different groups of Bantu, get that through your head, Bantu people lived in small villages and were typically made up of not just a mom and dad and the kids, but the extended family. So that means your granddad, your grandma, your cousins, they all started to live together. All right, so the locations of Bantu villages were typically, all right, here we go, temporary. They were only there for just a little while. They tended to remain in one location until the resources, the things they needed to stay there in that area, all the resources were exhausted. As life became more difficult or the ground less fertile, they would move on to a new place. There you go. Very good. So there's an introduction to the Bantu people. All right. So what caused the Bantu migrations? We call these push-pull factors. Now, some of you have moved around. Think about the things that may have pushed you out of the town or wherever you were, pushed you out, or they may have pulled you to a better place. These same type of things may have happened to the Bantu people. So check this out. The Bantu people are groups of people from what area of Africa? You think they're from the north, south, east, or west? Where do y'all think? They're from the west. All right. Near the present-day country of Nigeria. When people migrate, they don't just leave one place and magically arrive somewhere else. Usually something pushes them away from their native country or pulls them toward a new place, something good there. So they go there. This idea is called the push-pull factors. There are many reasons why the Bantu people migrated, but we cannot be 100% sure what they are. This is so long ago, we don't really know. This is 1,000 to 1,500, 2,000 years before Jesus. Many historians guess, all right, maybe there was a famine. There wasn't enough food anymore. Maybe there was war, so much war people had to leave. Maybe disease broke out and people just had to go somewhere else to survive. Maybe there was a population expansion, so people didn't have a lot of places to live, so they got to go somewhere else. All right, these are some of the reasons why Bantu people may have left. All right, here we go. So what was the effects of this Bantu migration? So the first wave of Bantus moved in what directions? If they're in the west, what directions would they go? They would go east. And would they go north? No, that's the desert up there, so they're going to go south. They followed two paths into the rainforest around the Congo River. There, many of them lived in small villages and farmed along the riverbanks. The dense rainforest did not provide much room for farming, though. So some Bantu groups moved to the east coast of southern Africa, where the land was more open and better suited for growing crops. All right. Other groups of Bantu speakers migrated south into the dry, grassy west coast of southern Africa. The land was best suited for raising herds of livestock, all right, such as they may have raised sheep or goats and other cattle. The main impact of the Bantu people was their introduction of new farming techniques and their language, which influenced the main language of Africa, which is, you might know, Swahili. That's right, Swahili. And then cultural diffusion took place between the people of Eastern and Southern Africa, impacting their religion, their daily traditions, and their language. All right, so let's take a little map out. Check this out. You will get a little bit out of this. Check this out. So check this map. This is an interactive map. Right here where this red blurb is right here, that's where the Bantu people started. Watch the lines. All right, they moved east and west. All right, here's the Congo River. And then they will continue to move. There's your second wave. You're going down the east, right down here. Notice they stop at different rivers. And, all right, they move down this way near the Kalahari Desert as they move to South Africa. So here's your Bantu migrations impacting almost all of Africa, swapping languages, swapping ideas about iron, swapping ideas about farming techniques, and so on and so forth. So there you go. All right, let's get back into this. Now let's look at our first major kingdoms. We call these the Sudanic kingdoms. And the three you have to know, they come in a certain order. The first one was Ghana. The second one was Mali. And then you have Songhai. So the Sudanic kingdoms, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. So what was unique about Ghana? All right, so here we go. Trans-Saharan trade. That means trade that happens across the Sahara Desert. So trans-Saharan trade routes brought wealth to the kingdom of Ghana, giving it the name, take this name out, the Gold Coast. Now, you start thinking about that. It's called the Gold Coast. You think Ghana's going to be rich? Yeah. Ghana, though, did not own gold mines or, what's going to be important in a minute, salt mines. People need salt. But the kingdoms to the south and the north did. So here's a question for you. Well, how did Ghana become rich? They became very rich. So here we go. Ghana had a strong army and protected who would come to Ghana? Because Ghana's in the middle of the north and the south. It protected the traders of all valuable resources from the north to the south. So many would travel through Ghana knowing they could safely trade their gold, their salt, or other resources like iron. All right, gold was not as valuable as you might think it was, actually of equal value to salt. 1 pound of gold equaled 1 pound of salt. Well, in order to become wealthy, Ghana protected the trade that would happen in Ghana. With the arrival of camel trains, caravans, and all types of African people, Ghana became extremely rich. All right? The king of Ghana was also very cautious about who came to the city. So he built a second city for all travelers and did not allow them to enter the main city, keeping his people safe. He also created, check this out, a silent barter system. That's a silent trading system because everyone could not speak the language. All right, this is what happened, basically. So gold would be left in a place to be traded, and traders would come and they would take gold and then leave what they were trading. All right, if they did not leave enough, trade was stopped. The king of Ghana would get involved and stop the trade, and nobody would make money. This kept everyone safe, and this was why Ghana became known as the Gold Coast. Yes. All right, let's look at just a few little pictures here, and that will be that. Let's see if I can pull them up here for you. So here's a map of where Ghana was. Okay, there's the Ghana people again. And there's your gold, there's your salt, There's the goal, and they would trade back and forth right here.